paste that there. We will extract it here. There we go. There we go. Okay, back to the game we go. So now it's in there. Position prepared. Anything interfering with it? No, we should be fine. And load. There we go. That's 1/2 of it. So we can get rid of this. I don't need it anymore. And this was Razabase. So this was my, pretty much my bread and butter of the server. This was pretty much where I was staying for the 1.15, almost 1.14, I think. I think I stuck with a smaller form of this as a Sercacraft instead of Razabase. So I'm going to do a tour of this because this is pretty much what my original sort of home was, and I actually really do like it. I appreciate it a lot, and I am going to talk about it. So this over here is the main area. The only way of actually entering this place is if somebody inside actually lets you in. You have to open up this door, and there's a sign here that'll literally open up the door to anyone that wants to sort of go in. Now, if there's nobody inside, there's no way of getting in unless the owner has the /trigger home button to teleport you inside of here, pretty much. And to pretty much close this door, you right-click the sign here, and it closes the door. Same thing with over here. It has the same sort of limitation. It does this, and there you go. Perfect. We're going to go to the captain's quarters, and then we're going to go and move our way back over here. So over here we have the captain's quarters. This is pretty much a cool thing. There's apparently a player head out there that is actually a TV, so I pretty much have it as a way of seeing outside. This is not really something we really need to look at pretty much. This is not really realistic at all to where we are. Over here we have some barrels. This is pretty much what was in that battle box, I believe. The only difference is that this is not in here. And the server's lagging. Hooray, this is what happens when you throw in this in here. Yay, so this is pretty much my one of my old armament boxes. I had 3 different shields. Very cool. This is my armament box. Same thing here. This is actually supposed to be a part of the original sort of ship. That's not this one. I'll probably end up showing it off maybe at some point. I think the armament box though. These signs, I believe, can turn it from night and day, I believe. This has all the command signs that I've ever made. And I'll be able to show it all off. This will actually teleport you somewhere else, but we're going to do that later. That's pretty much all of this. This has this here pretty much. That's just to hide a glowstone block. And then this has my piglin observer and the compass, because we have a lodestone built into here. Over here, there's not really too much else to say. There is actually a command block within here that will give you a celebratory firework. And over here, we'll teleport you to the surface because you can actually do that with here. It's pretty cool. Over here has a spawning mechanic, so that you can spawn in different things that I have. I have a shulker box here with the NBT data for different stuff. So hooray, I have that. We also have 2 signs in here. So one over here will actually create a team called the Omni Knights. And over here we have the recruitment. So once you right click this, you'll be recruited into the guild kind of thing. Over here we have 2 command blocks. We have the one behind this log that'll actually kill every loose item. This is to prevent lag and sort of solve some lag issues kind of thing. Not really too much of a big thing now, but later on, yes, it will cause a little bit of things. And over here is nothing. I don't think that's exactly what's supposed to happen, but yeah, that's something. Yeah, these are supposed to be hidden from sight, and it'll sort of show off the final command block pretty much later on. I think this one right here gives every player the effect of glowing for 300 seconds. This is how, though, in case somebody is about to raid someone, I can just right click this so you can actually see where that person is. And below here it gives you the list of every teams. I think this one right here is supposed to give you the team members of everyone in the Omni Knight faction, but I think it didn't really work properly because I don't think it gave anybody the actual list. So I think that was the main problem for that one. And over here is where the original portal area was. So you can right click this, you get the end portal. If you have to sort of like huddle over here so you don't actually trigger it, and then these two signs remove it from there. This is the original storage area. I'm not going to go show off where every storage area is and show off like what's exactly supposed to be in here, but all the white ones actually have a bunch of arrows in them. That's it. These ones are the rain ones pretty much. So these ones, this one I think clears weather, this one gives thunder. And if we right click this, we get towards the main sort of control center. Pretty cool looking. This gives me my Thieves' Arrow. I think this one also does as well. No, this gives me my crossbow rocket. I think I showed that off. I think it wouldn't let me show off the name of it though, but it does sort of show it off. Over here can turn us from survival to creative whenever we want to. Pretty cool. Over here we have a beginner pack. I'll show that off whenever one of my friends decides to end up joining. And we also have the Thieves' Arrow and the Thieves' Crossbow. Pretty cool. Over here we have a pillaged loot, so whenever I go loot somebody's secondary base kind of thing, like if they have a farm nearby their base, let's say, and I decide to raid it, this is pretty much where everything will be stored. And I think there should be nothing else in here. This just has a random assortment of goods in here. Not really interesting. This book literally only has one thing pretty much, and that says ship moving service. Before I used to have it so though I can use a structure block to remove the ships. It would have like one inside kind of thing to save the ship itself, and I would have one outside or close to the outside that will actually remove the ship. I sort of found a way around that, and I'll show it off last. But yeah, you'd use a book like this just to pretty much remove all the items that would end up dropping from the ship itself, so that it doesn't cause major lag, especially when it was using structure blocks, because it would replace everything with air. And one of the problems with that was that at any time there would be a chest filled with stuff, it would drop it as if you broke the chest itself, which was a problem because it created a bunch of lag, especially since I'll show you guys why it created so much lag. Over here was pretty much where I would keep most of my stuff for random adventures throughout everything. And I think over here was just my my money vaults pretty much, so all my blocks of emerald, gold, and diamonds that I got legitimately without even using the AFK thing. But everything else kind of thing is actually exactly like obtained from that. This gives you the same book as before. I think this one's out of date, maybe. This one might give you diamond stuff instead of netherite. And then this is the Sercacraft rulebook. So yeah. I think that's it for the upstairs area. Over here we have two sort of side areas over here. This one opens the door, of course. We also have this one, which I'll use to store player heads if we ever sort of do PvP. One of these signs, this one. Okay. So this one will actually give you all of the achievements, or advancements in this case. And this one, it's over in this area, will give you all crafting recipes once you right click it. So there's that. So if you want to know all the crafting recipes and all the advancements, there you go, there's that. There's nothing really too much else to say about here. Not even the shulker boxes are pretty interesting. Like this one has like an elytra, and some rockets are already pre-spawned in. And I think this one over here has, yeah, not really that much stuff. It's got a compass. I think that's it. Down here we have the major sort of smelting area. So this is what I mean. This is the original design. I really liked it a lot. Like look at it. It looks really nice. Over here we have a bunch of extra blocks of coal. And over here we have a sign that allows you to spawn in blocks of coal. Very cool. I do need to pick this block because there is a command block underneath here that we will talk about. So over this one, this will give you Bad Omen. This is because I wanted to see, well, not really just to see it, but mostly just to like experiment with Bad Omen. That was back during 1.14, I believe. And over here we have Hero of the Village. I wanted to experiment to find out like if different levels of it will actually do anything. Not really. Mostly just extends how long it lasts for. And over here, I'm not going to break any of these, but these all behind these are command blocks that will change the game rules. Just like the book, pretty much. And over here is the original place where I had the design, so yeah. Over here is the major, pretty much the alchemy station. I think I'm forgetting a few things. I don't think I copied them over, either that or... No, it did. Either that or I didn't save it properly. That could also be it. Yeah. So this is pretty much my my new design of pretty much doing everything for that is to keep the trapdoor sort of flush with the wall, and I sort of did that with the infinite water supply that's behind this, so though you can have infinite water potions. The only problem is that there is no blocks that you can add that you can block the water within, so though it will never actually flow out. I originally had stair block. That gets waterlogged. I had slab. That gets waterlogged. I think I also changed it to be fence, I think. No, it wasn't fence. It was something else. I had it as a sign. That gets waterlogged. I think I originally had it as something else as well before that. I think I had it as a... Nope, sign was the original. And then I decided to change it into trapdoor. Now the cool thing about trapdoor is that you can actually block the water flow whenever you teleport this in. The problem is that once you open it, it'll actually start flowing out. So, yeah, that ends up happening. So once we get into this room, this is pretty much the giant storage area. I'm not going to go through every single chest, but yeah, this is pretty much the major storage area. And now you're going to be thinking that, oh my god, we're done with the room tour, pretty much? Like, that doesn't seem like it's gonna... Like, that doesn't seem like it's, pretty big then, because, look, we're missing pretty much a big portion of the front area and the back. You're exactly right. So when I originally built this, I originally had it as a giant open center of mass, pretty much. Then when I was deciding on doing something different with this build, I ended up changing a little bit of how I wanted everything to look at. So I decided to change a lot of the major sort of ways of getting around. So there is actually a room behind the enchanting area, and there's actually a room behind the, or I guess you could say behind, not really, behind here. But something else I wanted to mention is that there is also a command block somewhere here, yeah, right here, that summons a dog, and I think there was another one somewhere over here. No, there isn't one. Okay. Very cool. I thought there was one there, but I guess not. Okay. Because I had one that spawned in a skeletal horse and another one that spawned in a dog. And of course I also have ones that spawned in the iron golem and the snow golem somewhere in here. I'm just not gonna bother just trying to look for them. But if we right click this sign that's right behind this banner, we'll get to the major farm. So this is pretty much self-explanatory. It's just a farm. That's pretty much it. Over here we have a Goliath set. This is pretty much my behemoth set, just with a different style of armor. I think I have it as a mix of iron and chainmail, and that's pretty much that. Over here we have pretty much the spot where you would stay, in AFK waiting for the farm to grow, and this also has the farming hose. And then you just back out and you're done. Now, when someone would normally look in here, they go, oh, this is just a small little room, this is nothing. But if we right click this sign, and this sign, we go into different rooms. So over here we get into the left big area. So this gives you Behemoth Potion right here, and then this one gives you a healing potion. I'm going to get rid of the buff boy, but we're going to keep the Behemoth so I can restock the Farrakal one. And then this one we have the healing potion. So this one, when you right click, creates a lingering potion of healing for a short amount of time. And this is pretty much where I pretty much had a giant time, or a large time pretty much, just sort of just building it around. So this thing over here has the old upper storage area that I had during 1.13, I believe, before I started to make pretty much empty the chests, but keep the items just somewhere else. And this has the left storage area. So this has a copy of the left storage area as the NBT area. I think these are 1.15. I don't think I changed these to 1.16 yet, but it's fine. And then this is out of date. This is, I know for a fact, it's still 1.15, but this is the everything pretty much area. So this has everything that you would see that's located within creative mode. So everything in building blocks in 1.15, just want to still clarify that, is actually in there. So everything from stone to pretty much whatever was last in the 1.15 category. So we'll say diorite slab was the last. It goes all the way up to there, kind of thing. So there's that. So that's pretty much what that was. And over here we have a cool area where you can sit and, well, not really sit and relax, but here. And then this has a Behemoth and a Goliath set, so just extras of that. I got lag, okay. And over here we have extras of Behemoth potions, so you